What is up, diecast collectors? This is 9446 Network back at it with another single car review. And today we're going to be looking at Christopher Bell's 2022 DeWalt paint scheme for Joe Gibbs Racing. And this is the first legitimate Toyota paint scheme to be released since the Charlotte Promos car. And really, that Charlotte promo car was not an official paint scheme. This one is, and it's the first one that the main consumer base will be getting. I know the haulers are starting to get some more Toyotas. There's even a Kyle Busch one of this one being made, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this is the Christopher Bell one today, so we're going to get this one out of the box. The first Toyota next gen with an actual paint scheme. We're going to take a look at it, feel it out. So here it is. Here is the Christopher Bell DeWalt Toyota. And, oh wow, that chrome number is messing up the camera, as you saw right there. But yeah, definitely a really nice paint scheme. Now, at first, before they announced the thing with the chrome numbers, I really did not like this new paint scheme. I thought it was, it could have been better, and that last year's was a better paint scheme. But now that I have the diecast of it, and that they added the chrome numbers to it, that opinion certainly has changed. It is definitely a good paint scheme. It fits the new number placement. Sometimes you gotta change the design to really accommodate that, to make it look good, and it actually does. So without further ado, we're going to start the diecast review, and this is another chrome number car since the Harrison Burton one was made, the review of it. It's got number 20 right there. You've got the Joe Gibbs Racing, and it looks like it's got, oh my god, what is going on with that? Let me see if I can get a closer look. It's got two little nick marks on top of the Joe Gibbs Racing logo, and of course the Toyota Camry. The decal quality got better. Finally, it looks like a Toyota Camry. You don't have any wonky looking headlights. It actually looks proper. So, props to that. You got DeWalt. It is a little bit high up, but that's because of these hood vents and because usually you can put a sponsor there if you're an affiliate to DeWalt. Got Christopher Bell's name. A cutoff Sunoco logo. You got Goodyear right there. You got NASCAR Cup Series. You've got that tinfoil chrome number right there. Got the side pipes. You got DeWalt, Christopher Bell, or C-Bell. That's all they have. You've got the detailed rear quarter window, which some of these cars have, including the Alex Bowman. You've got Toyota Interstate Batteries and JD Gibbs, or Joe Gibbs. I'm pretty sure they still put JD on these cars, because he was a part of Joe Gibbs. Got DeWalt right there. Very nice looking side placement of that. I really like how DeWalt looks on this car. Let's see what else you got. You got Ream Mac Tools. I can only read that dinosaur looking one. Got Mobile One Siemens Sports Clips. And what does this blue one say? Smart says. It looks like it says there. Sherwin-Williams and Lincoln Welders. So you got that little sponsorship panel right there. Onto the back, you have the Toyota Camry TRD. It's no longer an extra special edition, an XSE Camry. It is now a TRD. You got DeWalt, Toyota Camry, number 20, Toyota. DeWalt right there. Got Bell's name, and of course, DeWalt on the roof. And now we're going to start off with the paint scheme, or continue with the paint scheme, I'll be saying. It's pretty much spray painted the iconic DeWalt yellow. It is sharp as cheddar cheese, and it is on the next gen car, and it sticks out with the black, which we will be looking at the pattern of it in a second here. Let's just look at the number first. So I'm going to give you guys a closer look at this. Now, the authentic version of this car does not have the chrome numbers. The Gold Series one does. So that's leading me to a conclusion that if you want the chrome numbers, you're going to have to pick up the Gold Series. The Authentics one will not have this feature, so that's just a quick announcement there that Lionel is not going to tell you, but I am. You got the shadow effect to the number 20, the black, thick fill-in. They got a bit of the yellow outline, and then the chrome number fill, and it is in that tinfoil. Now, yeah, it does have some wear to it. As you can see, it's got some cracks in it, but it's the first time they've done this. First year they've done this since the Paul Menard throwback. Yeah, it kind of does look scratched up. It does. But at least they're trying to get this to work. You can tell there is some effort to make that 20 stand out. Now, I know on the real car, I don't think I saw a chrome number on the roof. So that's the thing that's, I don't know if it is accurate, but for the diecast, it looks great. And on the doors, it does. So as it's driving by, you can definitely tell that that number is chromed out. And it looks to be that the only places that it's not chrome are the underneath the taillight right there and underneath the headlight right there. All the other 20s are chromed out. So you got the black patterns, right? You've got the black splitter. You know, you have the corners filled in with the black and a thin black outline to it. It's kind of swerved up a little bit. And it goes up across the wheel well. Not exactly, but just towards the middle of it. And of course, you know, you got the all black roof wrapping all the way to the deck lid, spoiler in the back. But when you look at the sides of it, so it continues that sharp black pattern, right? Starting with the black splitter shooting up. So you have the pattern of it, right? So they had to make the DeWalt logo fit towards the middle end where the door is, right? So they had to come up with a design that goes all the way around it without ruining it. And there's a little bit of a decal speck right there that's ready to come off. But as you can see, you know, you have the back corner of it is black where it has the biofuel and the entire quarter panel. And of course, towards this panel right here underneath the DeWalt. So you got that right there. It goes straight and then swoops down. And then two yellow stripes going across it, kind of like the Stanley car. And of course, it goes up to where it's DeWalt. A little bit of space right there. And it stops, and then it goes up again. You got this thin black line, so there's one, it's spaced out more than the other two. So there's 1, 2, 3, and it goes back to the black quarter panel. Honestly, a pretty sharp design on top of the yellow. I gotta give it that. This is a pretty interestingly designed car. This is a paint scheme now that I think might be the best Toyota until the Kyle Busch ones come out. And it's the first Toyota, so that's interesting to note there. All of it is black in the back. And on the deck lid, and towards the rear quarter window. And yeah, you do have details there. Did not point this out in the Bowman, but these quarter windows on the diecast, that's the diecast mold. But in the real life mold, it goes all the way down. So as you can see, that's why the outline is there. And you got a little yellow chip right there from when they were putting this on. But if you look at it from this angle, you probably can't see it. But yeah, it's there. That detail is there of that outline. And that is the paint scheme. I really like this paint scheme. It's really a cool DeWalt scheme. Now, is it giving me Matt Kenseth vibes? A little bit, but at the same time, it is Christopher Bell. This is not a Roush car or an old Gibbs 20. This is the next-gen Christopher Bell. And this paint scheme has a Yahoo logo there, but this was released before they got that sponsor, so that's why this is all this one panel with no sponsor right there. But of course, you know, customizers are going to add that. They're going to add a hood sponsor. But on the Daytona 500, it did not appear that this car had any other sponsor than DeWalt on the hood. Now, the later races, yeah, that is a piece of real estate that does get used by several sponsors. I'm not even going to go and name them. But yeah, it is there. It exists. That space is there for anyone that wants to add anything. Although it kind of does look sharp on its own with the yellow, because you can see the body lines of it and the hood lines without putting any decal there. But yeah, I really like this paint scheme. Now, it really does, like, if you cover up, like, the next-gen stuff, like the wheels and the underbody, if you cover all that up and you look at it, like, from this angle, it looks like a die-cast that could have been released in 2017. This Camry did not change at all, other than getting rid of the silver plating under the grill right here, because the street TRD Camry with the wing and the body kit, as you can tell, they did add some of the body kit to the OEM details. Like, if you covered all that up, it looks like a 2017 Camry, because Toyota's never, ever going to change this, because they've won a lot of races with this nose and this entire car, to be honest. So, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. So, but there is something to that front end, I guess, that's really good about it, that they kept it. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, here's the deck lid, here's the roof, the left side, and the chest, and the underbody. This is a paint scheme that looks really, really good with the black and yellow. I really, really like this one. Definitely pick this one up if you're collecting Toyotas. This is Toyota number 1. And the Kyle Busch one, I don't know when in the world that's going to come to the Lionel Racing retail store or any of the other dealers that aren't doing anything funky like the haulers. definitely get this one. Even if I'm not a Christopher Bell fan, I'm picking this up because this is an absolutely beautiful paint scheme with awesome chrome numbers on it. And if there's a paint scheme that would look good with chrome numbers, it's this one. It looks good, great, spectacular. Can they work on it? Can they improve it? Yes, as you can tell, it is kind of... My one fear, though, is I really hope this doesn't wear off as it sits in your collection. Or if something accidentally, like, makes contact with it. I don't think that'll be a problem because my 2018 Menard throwback seems to still be alright with these numbers. So, yeah, thank you guys for checking this diecast review out. So, Christopher Bell fans, all diecast fans, thank you guys for checking this one out. And one more thing I'm going to bring up. I think if they kept colored wheels, I think yellow wheels would definitely look good on this. Honestly, because, or even chrome wheels for that matter, like the Bowman one had. But other than that, folks, that's the Christopher Bell 2022 DeWalt Toyota Camry. Thank you guys for checking this one out. Hopefully we get some more Toyotas in. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.